got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
I'm the illest nigga alive. Watch me prove it. I snatch your crown with your head still attached to it.
Come on, man. This is God-given. Only thing I got to do is just show up.
The nerve, the audacity.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for
Prophecies with the Prophet.
What is we talking about?
You want to be good or great? And then make me remember, I'm trying to be great. You hear me? Great.
All right, people, welcome back to the Prophecies. Remember, without vision, there is no understanding, and without understanding, there is no vision. We have a super great show for y'all tonight. I'm going to bring the ladies in 1 second, and we also have a couple of male co-hosts to come in tonight and give their perspectives. As y'all know, the topic tonight is perspective. So let me bring the ladies in, and then I'll bring the gentlemen in, and then we can get into tonight's action. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. Say something in the chat and in the comment section so we can see who's all here. And let's bring in the ladies, man. All right, first I'm going to bring in Miss Nina. Please say hello to the people. Nina.
Hey guys, what's up?
Okay, Nina is back. Tonight's topic host is Miss CNoStress, or aka Ciara, or CiCi, as we have now proclaimed her. I just want to tell you, Nina, that I had a long conversation with this young lady, and she is now a member of Team SKU. She was fighting it. She didn't want no parts.
Welcome.
But then she found out that she is indeed a member. So everybody, welcome back, Miss CNoStress.
Hi, everybody. Yes, I am officially a SKU member. Okay, that's my new hashtag, SKU night. Okay.
All right. What's up, Rhonda? I see you in the chat. What's up, Tara? All right, ladies. Before I bring these gentlemen in and we dive into this topic, does anybody have anything they need to get off first? Does anything need to be addressed? Do we have any questions? What's up? Everybody good?
We all set? I'm good. Yep. I'm
all
good.
Right. Too. I'm gonna ask both of y'all real quick because I see this and I hear this a lot. This will be a quick icebreaker. Why do women either hate taking out the trash or pumping their own damn gas? Now, which one is it? Because I see this and I hear this a lot. Why do women either hate taking out the trash or pumping their own gas? What y'all got to say?
So let me answer this a little, maybe be a little bit more objective as I answer it. I don't want to be too biased, right?
Say it however you want to say it.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? I'm not biased. Not the thing is perspective, right? You know, because it just depends on the woman. Like, why do you not like it? Like, why do you hate it? It could be various reasons. Hey, I had bad experiences with it. Every single time I seem to go get gas, something bad seems to happen, because a lot of times, and I've dealt with this personally. Stop trying to talk to me. I'm doing this. I'm busy doing this. Right. Don't talk to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because I'm out in the open or moving, hey, somebody need to be pumping your gas for you. Mind your business. Mind your business. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, leave me alone. And then on the other hand, depending on if the woman have men around, pump the gas. The gas stinks. I don't want it on my hand. Like, you know, listen, depending on who the man is, what your relationship is, status quo, blah, 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 blah. I'm not asking you to pay for it.
But pump the gas.
I don't need to. Why am I doing any more harsh labor than what's already being done? And this is being both mixed and subjective and objectively looking at it. Like, you know what I mean? As far as taking out the trash, kind of the same thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, CiCi, do you agree?
Yeah, but I'm the type to just do it, you know. I think growing up, I learned that it was a thing. It's like, hey, don't pump your own gas, and men take out the trash, and it's like, okay, I don't have to do it. So I've adopted not taking out the trash. I do still pump my own gas, okay, but I didn't know that it was a thing until later on in life.
Okay.
I don't know. It's I think it's princess treatment. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's princess treatment. That's what it is.
It's almost just being spoiled.
All right. Baby Hairs has now joined the show. What's up, Baby Hairs? How you doing? Baby Hairs, aka Bianca, aka Sporty Shorty. What's up? Do you have an answer for this? Because I'm going to bring in a couple gentlemen after you give your answer.
What's the question?
The question is, why do women either hate pumping gas or taking out the trash?
Because first of all, trash is a man job. I feel like.
Where are these?
And I was brought up with my grandpa taking out the garbage, taking out the recycling, pumping my grandma's gas. He did all that good stuff for her. So that's how I was raised.
Okay.
And he told me that's a man's job anyway. A woman shouldn't be getting her hands dirty. That's what he said.
All right. So the ladies have proclaimed that, fellas, taking out the trash and pumping gas is our job. That's what they saying right here, right now. They saying that it's just our fucking job, basically.
It is. It is.
All right, ladies. Y'all have been asking, so I promise to deliver. We're going to bring in a couple gentlemen to join us tonight, and they're going to give their thoughts and perspectives as well. First, I'm going to bring this gentleman up. I know him since a kid. I haven't seen him in a long time. Haven't talked to him in a minute, but I hit him up and I said, "Yo, I need you to come through and holler at your boy and just speak a little bit." So, this is Janos, aka. What do you want to go by tonight?
Y'all can call me Skinny or Ahiza.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
But my government is Janos. That's also fine.
Facts. All right. Do you have any thoughts on this trash or gas topic before I bring in the other gentleman?
I agree that taking out the trash is a man's job. Because I don't like washing dishes, so
that's a fact. That's a fact. I fucking hate washing dishes. You agree the same thing with the gas?
Absolutely. It's just gentlemen. You're just a gentleman to do that. If it's cold outside, I don't think it's my responsibility, but yeah, like to be a gentleman, like you should do that for your lady.
All right, solid. All right, I'm gonna bring in the next gentleman. I know him for some years as well. We do off and on business here and there. This is my man Plum. He goes by Ken P tonight. We going by Ken P tonight. Is that what we doing?
Yeah, we doing Ken P tonight. How y'all doing?
What's going on?
How are you?
Hey.
What's going
on?
What's
up, ladies? I'm sorry, I ain't even speak.
Sure. How you doing?
All right, so fellas, that is Nina, CNoStress, and Bianca. Ken, I want to tell y'all ladies that he texted me earlier and he told me that y'all better bring it tonight because he has some outlandish opinions. Basically, is what he texted me. That's what he texted me, man. So he said he hopes that y'all bring it tonight. What is your thoughts, Ken, on the gas and the trash?
Absolutely, it's definitely a man's job.
Okay,
definitely.
I'm not mad at it. All right, CNoStress, it's on you. You're the host tonight. This is your topic. Let's go. Shoot them off.
All right. So the topic of discussion tonight is about perspective. I find that perspectives are it's kind of like a tricky topic because a lot of times people they don't understand that it's okay for people to have their own perspective. It's almost like I have my point of view and you have to get it. But that's where the issue lies. The issue lies within not knowing that it's okay for other people to see things differently than you see things. So I came up with these questions just to, get the topic going. And my number one question is perspective. Is it valid? Do you feel like it's valid to you? Anybody can answer.
Who want to go?
So, hello. Like when we say valid, are we meaning in general? Like, say if like you give me your perspective or perception, like is yours valid to me? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah. Like, does my perspective count, or does your perspective count?
Right. So yeah, I think they all count. Like, you know what I mean? As far as like the validity of it, I think that part is subjective. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it could be valid to you, not to me, but that doesn't mean it doesn't count. It's just not valuable in my lenses, in my eyesight or my experiences and my constructional norm and what I've done and whatever it is, but it doesn't make it non-valid. Now, there has been times where someone shared their perceptions or perspectives or whatever, and I'm like, oh shoot, you made some good points. But again, it just depends on what we're talking about. Like a lot of times, because like I'm 36, there's things that I'm just setting my way about. Like, no, every single time this is exactly what happens, flat foot. Like, you know what I mean? And then you can experience the same thing. Like, no, I've never seen that before. So but it doesn't make my experiences. It doesn't invalidate my experience. Like, you know what I mean? It just means you've never seen it before.
All right. Anybody else got an answer?
I think if it makes sense, if the topic that we're talking about and your perspective on the topic makes sense to me, I can agree. But if it doesn't make sense, I wouldn't agree, because that's when I would try to give my perspective. Because sometimes people come up with their perspective and it just be foolish sometimes, so I can't always agree with everyone's perspective.
I wouldn't say sometimes. I would say a lot of the time.
I mean, yeah,
but I mean,
but let me ask you, even if it doesn't make sense to you, is it still valid? Because they don't see it the way that you see it. That doesn't make it not something. Like, it means something.
I think that depends on what it is. Because
we need it for example, because
Miss Analogy, Nina, please come up with
come up with an example, because I already got it. So while you was talking, I was thinking. So for example, religion and politics, right? So a lot of people, I think religion and politics go hand in hand. What you believe in religion is what you're going to believe in politics. So therefore, it's just like my belief, I don't expect you to believe in what I believe in. And I don't expect you to, as far as like when it comes to politics, I don't expect you to go ahead and be a Democrat because I'm a Democrat, be a Republican because I'm you know what I mean? We all have different views, you know what I'm saying? And then even in the reasoning of both of those topics, I have my solid reasons of why I believe in these things. So example, religion and politics.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
About to say?
So let's talk politics, right? Sometimes I love what you said, by the way, because you said different people have views. But if for example, I voted for Trump, right? A lot of people felt some type of way just now when I said that.
I knew she was going to do that.
See that?
Go ahead, keep going.
So look. That's being contradicting. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact that just happened. She just told everybody. Yeah. She just told everybody that, everybody has their views. And then as soon as I had my view, she didn't see my perspective, even without listening to it.
But she did say that she's stuck in her ways. So
That's a good point.
Sorry,
That's a
guys.
good point.
But you can't say that though. You can't
You gotta
say
listen.
everyone has their views and you have to respect it and then don't respect it.
That's true. That's true. All right, Ken P, what you got to say?
For me, listening, as far as like perspectives, I like my perspectives based on facts. And I don't really roll with the little 0.1% of your of a fact of what you may think. Now, the gentleman just said she said she rolled the camera, and I just think that it's okay to accept people's perspectives, but you got people that just be like, yo, I stand on what I stand on, I'm set in my ways, and I just think that is fester for more things like negative energy and things of that matter. You understand what I'm saying? Because like if he's trying to put out a message to somebody, we all growing, and you just deflect it like because it's not something that you agree with, you could easily, and then you just like it's like a negative reflection. You know what I'm saying? Because the whatever happened with this camera, the gesture, how the Jones moved around.
Not
You know what I'm
the
saying?
camera.
So I'm just looking like, where'd she go?
I don't have my tripod today, and I'm holding my phone.
I can't. Baby ears, what's your answer?
It's the gesture.
I'm sorry. I'm all like, yeah. No, that was an accident. Truly,
Not. It was I had my tripod.
my tripod.
Baby ears.
My phone
What's
is
up?
usually standing on something. I'm not even. That was my fault. I'm sorry, y'all.
But you can say like if I'm always listening to people's perspectives, but you ain't got nothing to back what you saying. I can't stand solid with you on it. You can't just be like, oh, my shit don't stink and I said what I said. Well, how we know your shit don't stink?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
only my views on perspective.
Baby
I
ears, you
like
got an
that.
answer?
Yeah, I do too.
Go ahead. Either one of y'all can go.
I agree with what he's saying, but it's like I said, like Nina said, is a lot of us stuck in our ways. But is a lot of us stuck in our ways, but we still gonna hear you out. We not gonna just like put it aside. Like we gonna hear it, we gonna understand it. We might dwell on it for a little bit of what you said, think back, like, all right, well, you got some points, but I'm still gonna decide how I feel.
But
Like,
you're still gonna stand on it.
yeah.
I mean, but it comes to a point where you have to deprogram yourself sometimes though. Being stuck in your ways is not always good, because being stuck in your ways will keep you in this one lane instead of going different places and having a different perspective. Because once you say you're stuck in your ways, you're already eliminating any other information anybody's giving you. So that's bad. That's bad. Right. You have to continue to learn.
So wait. So when I say stuck in my ways, I think so, and I understand where y'all going at because I'm catching the context of it. So it's not necessarily not budging with being willing and open to have like the open mindset. My mindset is very open. I mean, in how I learn to do things and how I construct my behavior. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how okay, these are the experiences I've had. This is what I see. This is what I'll do. And this is how I learn. So I know how I learn. If I learn in this way, you can't try to teach me, for instance, right? Example. So I'm a visual learner. Because I'm a visual learner, you can't hand me a book, an audio book, and be like, "Oh, I want you to listen to this real quick. It got some important stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, but can you show me?" I can't show you that. Oh, you need to listen to it. And it's just like I'm not going to catch on to. I can't catch that. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's just like as far as like just knowing myself. Kind of stuck in my ways because I think that was kind of I see what y'all saying, but that's not the context of what I was referring to.
Okay.
All right, CiCi, did you want to answer or you want me to give my answer?
You can go ahead.
All right, I think when it comes to if your perspective is valid, it's definitely given the specific situation or the topic. And like Ken said, I'm a person who, if there's facts behind it, then that's what'll make me roll. I'm not just going to take what you say as golden. But I also think that experience plays a lot into it. So I'm a person who I had like a total hip replacement, right? So you could talk to a doctor and they may tell you that you need this same thing that I went through. But would you rather talk to me as a person who went through it, or would you rather talk to the doctor, or would you rather talk to a person who don't know what the fuck they talk about? So it all depends on where you want to go. Like, I would rather talk to somebody who's been through it and experienced it to see the full spectrum of it.
Same.
That would be my answer.
Same. I agree. I totally agree.
Okay. So I think that different perspectives are valid. It's almost like, for me, just for me personally, regardless on if it sounds good, if it makes sense or not, because not everybody sees things in the same way, and not everybody sees things where the shit makes sense, you know. But I think that it's valid for everybody because this is the way that they see it. Whether they see it in a mature way or an immature way, or however it is,
I mean, it's
I think
valid
it's
for
still
them.
valid.
It's valid for them,
Yep.
but what if they don't know what the fuck they talking about?
Then they need guidance.
Right.
They
Right.
need some
Because they
help.
still got experience, whether they have no experience or not. They're getting it from somewhere. They saw insight from. You can't speak on something you don't know about. Like, you know,
No,
where did you get it from?
That's
Where'd
what
you get
I'm
it from?
saying.
Like,
A lot of
hear
people,
about this
That's
people
what I'm
don't feel
saying.
that way though.
Hold on, y'all.
No,
Hold
I
on.
mean, like, when I say you can't speak on something you don't know about, like, if I sit here and be like, oh, anthropology,
Right.
you've never heard that word before?
But
Like, you gonna look at me and be like, what's that?
some people still do.
That's what I'm about to say. Some people will
No,
speak about shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I've never
Yes.
Yes.
experienced that.
Oh yes.
What?
I've seen this shit a million times.
What?
Yeah, I've
I've
seen this
never
shit a million
experienced
times.
that.
I've seen this shit a million times where people speak about shit that they have no idea what the fucking definition of the word
Hey,
even
with
is.
confidence.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
No.
That's
Unless
a
I'm
fact.
just that oblivious, like, no.
That's a fact.
Lucky
All right,
you.
that's a fact.
Lucky you.
Lucky you. Lucky you.
For real.
All right, CiCi, what's up? What's next?
All right. So the next question is perception and perspective the same thing? And explain.
All right,
I'll let you guys go. Is perception and perspective the same thing? Explain.
Hold on, let me ask my assistant.
So let me ask my
But that answer will be listen and we don't judge.
Wait a minute. I'm not gonna hold you. Listen. I'm not gonna hold you. That was me.
I think
Yes.
it's all kind of in the same bubble. Kinda. I think it's in the same bubble. I'm going to say, I think it's in the same bubble. And the reason why I'm saying that is because they come from the same core. For example, rather it's a social construct, rather it's a cultural experience, rather it's, again, religion, or the economy. Like I said, it's your experiences. So now that's the perspective growing, right? Now, I think where it kind of changes a little bit, because how I see it, when you tell me these words, I see it as angles, right? So, that's your perspective growing. And then how I see it, once you get a certain perception, that's your narrow view. That's your view. Like when you look at lenses, when you, like, rather it's a kaleidoscope, glasses, whatever you look through, which is our focal point, that's it. Because now your mind, the perception grows.
Right.
Grows your mindset, and now you have this perspective on how you see life. If I'm making any sense, you guys got me? Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I just read the definition of both. So I have to agree because they're in the same. Okay, so did you read the definition? I'm sorry.
Yeah. She talking
Yeah.
Me?
Anybody.
Yeah, because you was kind of spot on when you was going just now. It says perception is what we sense, and perspective is how we interpret what we sense.
Right.
So yeah, so our perception is how do we see it, right? And then how do we feel about what we seeing? So yeah, they coincide.
Yeah, they're
I
cousins.
like the way you put that together.
Yeah, they're cousins. I would agree. Like with both of y'all, perception is definitely the way you see it, and perspective is like how your mind carries it.
Right.
So yeah, I would agree to that. So I don't think they're the same thing, but they're cousins.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else got an answer? No.
What's the question?
B?
It's the same question.
Yeah, the same question.
No, you don't have anything. Okay. What about you, Ken P?
Everything y'all said sound good. Pretty much
All right.
with me.
Okay. All right.
What was your answer, CiCi?
I think they go hand in hand. I think, okay, so let me tell y'all, I'm just gonna tell y'all, okay? Because I didn't really mean for like perception and perspective to be like a versus within my topic. But because it kind of happened that way, it's like, okay, let me get more understanding on what perception is. Because I could use the word like kind of knowing what it means, like at face value, but then it's like, okay, let me really get some better understanding on what it means. So just within my research, they coexist together, but they are different still.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything to add, baby hairs? Are you ready to go to the next question?
We could go to the next question.
Go ahead, CiCi.
Okay. How do you deal with people who disagree? Excuse me. How do you deal with people who have disagreements with you? So that means, let me just give you an example. And this is based on experience, right? So, not based on experience, just an example. If I say that the sky is blue, right? And you think that the sky is green, I really cannot agree with you on that because the sky is blue, which is, of course, my perspective. But dealing with that, for me, if you think that the sky is green, I personally am going to let you have it. I'm not going to argue with you. Maybe we can go back like 2 times. But after that, like, I'm not doing it with you no more. I can't. You got it, and I'll move forward.
I told you that wasn't it.
Same.
I tell y'all all the time that's not healthy. That's not healthy communication. That's not healthy communication, and we don't stop at agreeing to disagree. We don't stop at agree. We don't stop at agreeing to disagree. We stop at finding a common ground. We stop at finding a middle point to where we're both content.
But what if you can't find a common ground?
Right, you can't find out everybody. It's a lot of people who likes the humble. It depends on who you're talking to. It's people who finds gratitude in trying to give someone a humbling experience. And regardless of what comes out your mouth, they're going to counteract that. You think I'm going to sit here and argue? I'm going to waste my energy sitting here arguing with you to make your view match mine. I don't give a damn.
That be them people that's
much.
But that's what I'm saying. Those are people that we're not having conversations with. I'm talking
exactly.
about.
So you got 2 times. You got 2 good times.
I'm talking about when you're having a conversation.
Nice.
No, I'm talking about when you're having a conversation with somebody that you have a continuous thing with. Like, we're always going to have conversations. So I'm not going to just leave this here on agreeing to disagree.
Are we talking about relationships or random?
We're talking about whatever.
Right? Yeah, any way.
Wherever you want to take
it. It's different because when you're in a relationship, coming to a medium is always good for the relationship because when it doesn't end there, it'll never stop. Like
Yeah.
you have to with me anyway. You have to convince me that what you're saying is right. I like what homie said. Life is really based on fact, right? The perception of people coming and saying what they want to say and don't back it up with fact is gone because we have too much information is right there in our palm with this phone stuff. So it's hard to go against fact. So if we have a discussion, politics or something silly like what's in the ingredients of this food, we have to come to a conclusion because I'm not saying all women, but women won't let shit die ever until you make them realize that this is what it is. And that's in my situations anyway.
Right, because I'm the type of person that will let it die. Because we're not gonna do that. We're not. No. We're not gonna do that. You got it.
I love that.
Okay, whatever you say.
What's your answer, Ken?
See, where you find them?
Y'all are so nice because I give you one.
They are different.
One.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You say the sky blue, cool. And the reason being, like, I'm done teaching. Like, nowadays, I'm always researching stuff, and if you let me talk long enough, you will just see me just be blurring out certain facts. I got certain friends that'll sit there and go debunk stuff I said and try to come back and then be wrong. I say, yo, go back, because the research that you just brought to me was incorrect. You got to know how to weave through the bullshit before you come to me. So it'd be like one time, because it's like I'm not going to entertain it.
But would you do that with somebody that's like your girl?
What you mean?
would she only get that one time?
Well, this is what when I say she get that one time, you get the one time to strike. Once I counter that, John, you got to come back with another approach with more facts and more. But it's just like once I say something to you and whatever you're saying back is not valid, I become non-responsive. Because the communication ain't there no more. It been severed because you just didn't see what I sent out.
All right, so if she comes back with something valid, can we continue?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, cool.
And but that's unhealthy communication right there.
Very much, Nina. Very much.
Oh, that's great. How do y'all ladies figure that?
You just told us.
Yo, she gave me the information. I gave it back. What came back wasn't valid. There's no need to communicate.
No, I said if she comes back with something valid.
No,
But why would you have the communication? Like what?
Because I just gave her the information.
All right, a couple things. You gave her the information.
Right.
She's trying to find validity in your information because it's not your mouth.
Right, all right, let me give an example. What actually happened one of the times?
Yeah, that's true.
It was something I made a comment about the Georgia Guidestones. Always, when you peep through the hole, you can look and always see the North Star, no matter what time of the day. So she came back with something talking about, well, if the Earth was round and flat and all that nonsense, right? Or she would thought that the Earth spin, or something. She was saying that the Earth spinning around, and I'm talking about the sun and the moon revolve around. Because I'm like, why is it that you can look through this stone and see the position of the same star any time of the day if the Earth revolves around the sun? So she comes back with that, but she just didn't hear the part when I said, yo, you look through the hole any time of the day, it's still in the same spot.
Right.
She coming back with the Earth could have be moving around the sun and all that. It's just like they're not catching the message when I send that joint.
Hold on. All right, so why in that instance you can't say, all right, instead of saying I'm not going to continue, why can't you just say, let me show you, dumbass, then?
That's too much energy.
I'm just saying.
That's too much energy. I just said
Why we got name call now?
I'm just saying. I'm just using that example, but I'm just saying.
She clutched her pearls just now.
I'm just saying. Why can't look?
I did. Like, wait a minute. Hold up.
Look, I'm saying, why can't we use that as a teaching moment? Why we got to shut down? Why can't we use that as a teaching moment?
Right.
You didn't hear the teaching moment when I said the star. You look through the stone. The stars stay in the same spot no matter what of the day. Why is you going in a book to try to still try to prove that the earth is revolving around the motherfucking sun?
And then that's when you say, yo, babe, I hear what you're saying.
Perspective.
But you're not listening or comprehending what I'm saying. I need you to just sit, relax, listen to what I'm telling you.
Exactly.
Right, so
she could
I
be
love
a visual learner.
That's simple.
That's what I said.
Hey, listen.
Did
So,
you
ladies,
did you say visual
did y'all
learner?
understand what he said just now, ladies? Y'all understood what he said just now?
That means she needs to go down there and look through that stone.
Please. Well, but you have to show her.
Right, you got to show her.
You have to show her.
Just told her.
Let me just say this.
That ain't enough. That ain't enough for everybody.
He said he's done with that.
No. But see, that's where the problem lies.
Right.
It lies within you not even being willing to show her or to teach her because you feel like what she is giving you is wrong or her not perceiving what you're saying.
I'm gonna tell you.
No,
what
no.
I'm gonna tell you.
I don't think y'all got me in the beginning of the convo. I said that she's always they always trying to, like, even if we having general conversation, they always trying to get one up on me just to prove me wrong.
Okay,
while
well,
just
then
going
you
and debunking shit.
Okay.
Well, you don't need to talk to that.
So I missed that.
So
that's
when
the
they
one,
come
two,
back,
and that's it.
huh?
Oh, well, that's your one because you already know what you're dealing with. So then that's not something that you continue to move forward with because you know what you're dealing with. And I'm not like, we're not going to deal with that.
I'm about to tell y'all what he's actually saying, man.
Yes, please. Because it sounds like he's saying that what he say is law.
I'm about to tell y'all what he's actually saying. What he's actually saying is you being my person or you knowing me, you should know my intellect. So you should know that I'm not going to tell you no bullshit or I'm not dumb. You should know that I've done the research, I've done the learning, I've done the work.
I see you over there, Bianca.
Whatever I'm telling you this from a whole lot of shit. I'm not just making some shit up. But the problem with that is a lot of women still be like, I don't give a fuck if you smart. I think X, Y, and Z. But you be like, yo, I've been like, this is my shit. This is my area of expertise. How the fuck you gonna tell me? And that's where the heads bump at.
Well, yeah, I get that. So what I thought was it was almost like at surface level, just dealing with anybody.
Oh no,
any woman.
Everybody know me. I'll talk your head off for hours about anything you want to know, and make sure to reiterate it and to break it down as comfortable as I can. But it's just like when y'all was talking about how it actually is when somebody come at you with it. One chance, I ain't no 2, 3, 4.
Gotcha. You're one and done. That's it.
Yep. That's how you guys do it.
Anybody else got an answer or a take on this question before we move on?
No, I ain't saying nothing.
No, wait, I want to hear you. I want to hear how you deal.
I wanted to know, did the ladies understand?
I was feeling where you was coming from. I definitely was.
I was gonna say sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes a knowledgeable man can be wrong. Like,
absolutely.
Not saying that you were wrong. Like, not saying that you were wrong because you're right. You was right. But I'm just saying, like, and then some of them men that are very knowledgeable, and when they're wrong, they don't want to admit that they're wrong. So they say that's just what it is.
That's a fact.
Oh yeah, I definitely give you credit when it's due. I'm wrong. I'm like, oh shit, let me see that. Hey, shit,
I love learning. So if I'm wrong, that means I learned something.
That's a fact.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh shit.
And also, there's, like he was saying, there's also women who know that you were right, but they just try to push your fucking buttons.
Exactly.
That's all that is.
Who did that?
I'm saying that shit right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a fact.
On purpose,
That's
you
a
try to
fact.
push your buttons. That's all that is. They know that you're right. They just want to push your buttons. That's all. Well, go ahead, CiCi. What's the next question?
Which that's lame. Like, why you gotta push? Why we gotta
That's what
push each
people
other
do.
buttons?
That's what people
I
do.
know, and I hate it
Some
because
people get a rise out of ticking people to fuck off.
Facts.
I would never understand that. Because for
I know
what?
where it comes from. With women, anyway. Well, I think I do. I think because women can't physically beat men in most cases. They do what hurts men.
Yeah,
And
they will try to hurt your ego or your pride.
anything else.
Okay. That makes sense. Hurt the ego makes sense.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. They will take a dig at your ego.
What?
All right, go ahead, CiCi. What's the next question?
All right. Are you the argue it out until you see my point of view type, or are you able to agree to disagree?
In a heartbeat, I will agree to disagree. Quick. Or I'll say, hey, do you think we could, depend on who it is, do you think we could put a pin in this until I get myself together? Because sometimes, depending on how you coming at me, because people don't know how to have a conversation or debate. As soon as I start seeing you using your emotions, I got to roll. Because we're not going to have a successful conversation. Because once you start using your emotions behind your words, now my guard is up, my defense is up, and I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. So it depends. If we
you a Cancer?
Pin in it.
That's Big Cap over there.
That's Big Capricorn
Big
over there.
Cap.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's Capricorn season.
That's Big Cap.
I was going to ask you though, Nina. What about when you're speaking from an emotional place?
Yeah, if I start feeling myself getting a rise, same thing. Because I'm not going to say anything productive or constructive. And I'm not going to be able to get my mindset. I want to say, when I'm talking, I want to be concise and clear. And I can't do that if my emotions is involved. You know what I mean? I want you to understand. I want whatever I'm saying to you, I want it to stick. You know what I mean? But if I'm using my emotions behind my words, some shit will come out. It's some shit gonna come out, and it's gonna stick, but it's not gonna stick where you want it to stick, and we might not talk no more after that. So what's the point? What's the point? You know what I mean? Unless I don't like you, but then again, you're not getting no emotions out of me if I don't like you, because you haven't earned it. I don't like you. You know what I mean? So I do the same thing. I'll stop. I say, hey, I'm, gotta be self-aware. Can we put a pin in this? Or if I know I can't come back to it, I can't do it. I'll tell you, I'm very verbal. I can't do it.
All right. Anybody else got an answer?
Yes. I don't like to argue. Okay. I don't like to argue. For one, I stutter. I don't like it. You can't get me to argue with you. And if you get me to just raise my voice a slight, I'm going to realize that I rose my voice, and then I'm going to
shut down.
With
I can't.
Yeah, if me and him, we go back and forth or whatever, right. It's never me raising my voice. I'm always open to listen and understand when me and him going back and forth. And if I feel if I send him a voice message and I feel like my voice was just I feel like I was yelling in it, I'm deleting that shit. I'm gonna start over, and I'm gonna say what I have to say in a mellow tone. So not argumentative at all. Even with the outside, no, nope. I'm not arguing.
What's your answer, CiCi?
Okay, so I know we talked about this the other day, right?
Right.
I'm the type of person that I'm kind of like both ways, right? So my 1, 2, or 2, 3, right? That gives you the space and opportunity to see where I'm coming from. And if you don't see where I'm coming from, and like now I'm not going to argue with you, but I do give people the space and opportunity to see my perspective, see where I'm coming from, because they might not be right. You just might not be right. And it's okay for you not to be right, but it's okay for me to be right. So
nah, it's okay for me to be right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay for me to be right. So you got like them 2, 3, and then I gotta leave it alone. I can't. Because I'm again, like Nina said, that's a waste of energy. It's a waste of time. You're not gonna get it. So maybe we'll visit this in like 2 months. But if not, then it is what it is.
Yeah, I like the option to revisit it. I'm not going to argue with you just because I don't want to put any energy in that. It's not productive. But
Right.
if you're capable and if we're both in the same space, I'll talk it out with you. Like we can have a conversation. We could talk it through. I'm not going to argue it through though.
Right. What about you, Skinny?
I don't argue at all. That's definitely a waste of energy. I say that like right now I'm on like dating apps, and that's the first thing that I mentioned. I don't like an argumentative woman because I just don't. That being stressed out is really a killer. And when you're not stressed and you really living life, I can feel a difference in my body. So if I'm looking for a partner, I need my partner not to bring any of that energy into the situation. So I'm very laid back, chill. I'm an extrovert, introvert. So that arguing is silly anyway. That back and forth, it's just, I don't know. It's not for me. It never been.
All right, can I ask a question before anybody else goes? I want to ask you because you said you was on dating apps, right? All right. So since you said you was on dating apps, is that a choice because of what's going on outside, or is you just adding to the pie, or you want to cut out the middleman? What's the reason to be on a dating app?
All right. So I'm in a lot of different states, and when I'm in Philly, it's hard to meet a woman in person here. I would much rather that because my in-person vibe is way better than typing that shit. So, but here to approach a woman in Philly is very difficult. They get approached 5, 6, 7, 90 times a day by niggas. Like, hey, yo, so they already burnt out by the time you get to them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the apps, they see you and they recognize you, and it'll be a mutual thing at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how these women play, but if somebody approach you, if you're single, you tend not to give them the attention because you've been talked to all day. Am I lying? Is that not correct?
That's true.
Kinda. Not really.
So, kinda not really.
I think it depends on the person.
It depends on the approach.
Yeah.
If you catch, I mean, no. But it depends on. We know men. You approach me like a man, I will talk to you like a woman.
And in Philly, it's super difficult. Out of state, in another state, easily approachable. Hey, how you doing? Blah 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 blah. Here, nothing playing in their headphones. They keeping that shit moving because they need to get to where they. And I don't blame them. This shit dangerous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
approach. A lot of men in Philly don't know how to approach us.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I heard it was dangerous up there. All the way around. I just heard it was dangerous. Okay. I'm in Atlanta. It's a little different. We like to network out here, So to me, it just seems like anybody could be approached because you really never know the opportunity that you have with the person that you connect with. But I heard in Philly, it's a little different.
Very different.
It's more than a little different, and they'll tell you that shit is. It's just weird.
I don't really think it's difficult. I don't really think it's difficult.
Sure, they want to pull your arm.
Yeah, I think it's the extra shit. It's the extra shit.
It's like
Y'all got the gropers out there, huh?
Right, right. It's the extra shit.
I've been scratching your ass all day. Like
Yeah, it's the extra shit. I don't think it's difficult. I think it's just like this. If you like most guys, they don't go off the vibe of the girl. They don't go off the eye contact back. They don't go off the if she smiled back at me. They just going at her. Like, so if both
See,
people,
that's not it. You don't get that in Philly though. You don't get the smile back. I'm telling you, you don't because women don't know niggas' intentions in Philly.
Right.
It's hard for them to respond like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that.
Because it seemed like majority of the niggas in Philly do not want no relationship.
That's crazy.
And then they got a lot of them got girls. And they just trying to cheat on a bitch. Like, ain't nobody got time for all that drama. Like,
when I approach correctly, like the eye contact and hello, and you're talking to me like a man, and you're making like I'm really good with energy, and you know what I mean. I can feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying. I go when you bullshitting, when I know you just trying to get. Do you see them? Kind of like, and some guys are really good with even covering up that, but I can tell you, oh, you just talking to me because I walked by, you thought I was cute. Like on that type time, oh, you actually making an approach, like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Being intentional with your approach because, okay, she's attractive, I like her vibe, let me see something. Like, you know, these are two different energies that men, boys, or whoever give off. So like I said, if you can approach me like a man, I will respond to you like a woman. And there are women here in Philly that are like that. It's just, I think it depends on where you go.
No, I don't think that the women are unapproachable. I think that they burnt out, and because they burnt out, it just makes it hard. But if you catch the vibe, you can still do it. Like, it's still applicable. Like, you can still walk up to a girl and talk to her, like, if the vibe is there between both of y'all.
You dating right now, T?
I can go outside right now, and if I wanted to bust a move, I could bust a fucking move. What we talking about here?
I mean, it's just weird. Like, it's just weird for me. Well, anyway,
it's hard. I'll agree with you. Like, I'll agree with you. I know what you mean.
And the dating apps is no better.
Possible. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They catfishing on the dating apps. I seen a motherfucker saying that he met a girl who had like 18 kids or some shit. Like, it's a whole lot of shit going on. It's a whole lot of shit going on.
That's because females are doing what the men do.
I'm not mad at that.
Kids and all that. Like,
I'm not mad at that. What's your opinion, Ken?
Man, my radar off, man. I walk around Philly, I get no looks. I can barely get a woman to say thank you to me for holding the door at her Wawa and shit. I just go on with my life. I see something attractive, like, shut up. No, I'm gonna keep it pushing.
I'll agree with y'all that this shit is hard just because it's burnt out, but I don't think it's impossible.
They done made it so bad. It's just like it's hard.
Right.
And then a lot of men can't take rejection.
True.
A lot of men like that.
I don't know nothing about that.
But we
can.
Because if you say you're not interested, I'm
yeah, we gone. Ain't no need to keep trying. She said no.
But we know the niggas that be like, bitch, fuck you anyway. And
all that's unnecessary.
Yeah, we know that happens.
Well, I was
like that don't happen.
It be unnecessary, but niggas be feeling they shit.
Yeah,
they be feeling they shit.
You just trying to holler at it, and now you disrespecting it. That's clown shit.
That's a fact.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
And that's why T need to do something in the community for the men.
I be trying to get at them. You know what? I be trying to get at them, but it be women defending them.
That's a fact. I
be trying to get at them. It be women defending them.
Hold on, kid. Let's stay right there. That's a fact because there is women that like that. aggressive, nasty shit where niggas be like, yeah, that's yo, bitch, and X, Y, and Z. There's women that do entertain it.
That's that toxic shit.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, I ain't into that.
She hit on men. She hit on men. Whoever said it.
I ain't into that.
Now she beating niggas.
She beat on me.
She beating niggas as well. What's the next question, CiCi?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hilarious. That's crazy. But y'all, I mean, are all of you guys in Philly?
I am.
Yeah, I'm in Philly.
I'm from Philly, and I got boys, so I got little black boys. Crime out there is horrible. I'm not saying that the crime is good too, but it's better than over there.
Okay.
Like,
I think y'all should get together. I mean, I
come to Philly damn near every weekend. So.
Well, it may be a little far fetched now, maybe reaching. I just feel like for like stuff like that, like let's get to the grit of things.
All right. Hold on, CiCi, because Nina is actually doing like a dating thing, right? So
period.
Tell us what's the vibes that you would see or that you would like to see when you do this event that you're doing.
Yeah, so it's Flirt and Flow. It's this month, March 28th. So if you're on my Instagram, I talk about relationships, healthy relationships, coping skills, like how to have healthy conversations, everything that's incorporated within, like, you know, relationship life coaching, right? So within the vibes that's going to be at Flirt and Flow, it's coming together with like-minded people who are looking for healthy relationships. Rather, if you're looking for a serious relationship, to flirt kind of relationship, and it's open to all different statuses except for if you married, right? And what I mean by that, like, even if you want to explore polyamorous, or you know what I mean. So those are the vibes, and it's very lighthearted. We're singling and we're mingling, and then you know, we got some radicals out there to kind of get a bit more intimate, but yeah.
Okay. That's good, Nina. And I'll say from Atlanta, I appreciate that, because from what I hear about Philly, it's like, no, don't go, you know, and that's a really big deal. So me to you, I appreciate that, because that's what we need within our culture, is to have better conversations, to have better relationships, more healthy relationships, because we're only here for one time. So, you know, let's have a positive impact. So yeah, that's a big deal.
I like that. That's about.
All right. What's the next question, CiCi?
All right. So I said, is perspective considered right or wrong? But I switched it to, can perspective be considered right or wrong?
Yeah, it could definitely be considered right and wrong. It could be considered both, or it can be considered one or the other. I guess it's who's speaking it and who's taking it in. But it can be both, or it could be one or the other. That's what I would say.
I don't feel like perspective can be right or wrong. I don't feel like that, because I feel like we're all entitled to our point of view.
Absolutely.
All right. That's not fucking true.
Nah, but if it's your perspective, is actually is defined as what you think about it. It's how you can't have. So it's your perspective. So you're right every time on how you perceive things.
Right. But if you have no experience that from your speaking from that perspective, your perspective can be wrong.
But if my experience is the same as yours,
if I'm colorblind, right, and her red hoodie is fucking gray to me, right? That's my perspective. It's gray. Even though you know it's red, my perspective is telling me that it's gray. I'm right. I can't see it any way different.
Right.
But is her hoodie red?
But it's my perspective of it.
But your perspective is wrong.
You can't see it.
But that don't change the facts, though. The facts don't change.
The fact is
it's
that
my
he
perspective.
can't see that. Right. He don't see that as red. He sees it as gray. That's the fact.
That don't mean it's not wrong.
Right. So, you know how people, religion is always easy, right? Because we all experience it, right? So if I'm Muslim, right, but I know about Christianity, how I know about Christianity, maybe it was in my household, maybe my aunt's a Christian, and I'm sitting here having a conversation with someone who believes in Christianity too, right? And I'm talking to them about the Bible, but I read the Quran. Does my beliefs on the Bible, would that still be wrong? Even though I've experienced this, so I've never technically practiced Christianity. So in your context of how you putting it, T, I would be wrong to sit here and tell a Christian how to preach their word.
No, that's a different circumstance. That's a different circumstance. Him saying that
it's still perspective.
Him saying that your hoodie ain't red is not a different fucking circumstance. Your fucking hoodie is red.
Right. That's your perspective. That's your perspective, though, bro.
That's not my perspective. That's a fact. Didn't we talk about facts?
It's not a fact to me if I'm colorblind. You can't convince me that that's red.
Right, but you're still wrong.
But he don't know.
He's still grown.
But you're asking me my perspective.
But
how you going to tell me my perspective is wrong?
What I'm saying is sometimes your perspectives can be wrong. That's just like if somebody's saying something, like if somebody never went to school before and they be like, yo, I hate school. That's my perspective. I never fucking went there though. What the fuck you mean? Like,
so what makes that what makes that wrong?
Because nothing. You've never even been there. How the fuck do you know if you hate it or not?
Because I mean, that's your experience. That's
right.
Your perspective,
his perspective
right?
of school is what he see on the outside. On the outside of him not being in there, his perspective is these dickheads going to school every day, learning nothing, coming out and have to go to. That's his perspective on how he sees things. He's not wrong.
I want to ask you.
No.
When you went to school, did you learn anything?
Absolutely.
Then his fucking perspective was wrong. His perspective was wrong. What we talking about here?
But it's his perspective.
Right. And that's my point.
You don't know what he gained. You don't know what he gathered to give him those reasons. I don't want to do it.
That's why I preface it, Nina. That's why I preface it by saying he never experienced it. It's one thing for you to experience it and then have an opinion or have a perspective is another thing.
But that's not a personal experience. Like, what if my best friend went to school, he hated. My mom, she's a dropout. My dad, he left when he was in 9th grade. I don't see the points of what the hell they doing. So what I'm gonna do it for? Instead of having a personal experience. Those are two different things. External experience and personal experience are two different things. Because again, this is your social norm.
Listen,
this is your environment.
All I know is your hoodie is red, and I learned at school. I don't know what else y'all talking about right now, but I can see that your hoodie is red, and I learned when I went to school.
Right, but that's your perspective.
However y'all want to spin it.
Right.
You can spin a lie however you want to spin it. That don't make it not a lie.
But I wouldn't consider things lies. Now, I wouldn't consider that a lie because for one, he's colorblind, so he can't see what you see.
It's not a lie,
red or not. It doesn't matter.
It's my perspective, right?
So his perspective is not wrong because he sees it the way that he sees it. Period. That's just like even with the example that I used earlier. The sky is green, but somebody else says the sky is blue. Whether it's right or wrong, that's still somebody else's perspective.
All right, Skinny. I want to ask you because this is some shit that we go through all the time, right?
All right.
Say your chick has her perspective that you were cheating, right? But you
Okay.
know you wasn't cheating.
Okay.
Is her perspective wrong?
Absolutely.
Case closed. Case closed.
Oh wait, 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 wait. Oh, hold on. Are we talking about literally? No, her perception of whatever I'm doing is her perception. Yeah, that's right. So she's not wrong for her perception. If I'm doing something, unless she's crazy and literally coming out with shit that's not live, like no, like that's you almost had me. You almost had me.
Look, this is what I'm saying. It be times where you sleep with your girl, right? And she mad at you because she had a dream that you did some shit, right? Is she right?
Stop being.
That's not her perspective, dog.
Come on, man. Yes,
that's not her perspective, dog. It's not, bro. It's not. Her perspective is if you keep on saying you going to the studio and you coming in at 3 o'clock in the morning. Her perspective is you going outside fucking somebody. That's different. But you coming out with dreams and shit. Like, no, I can't agree with that.
Wrong. That doesn't mean she's wrong. Because regardless on if you're doing it or not, she still feels like.
Wait a minute, CiCi. I just said we were sleeping together. What the fuck? How is she not wrong? We were both laying in the bed sleep.
Okay, maybe I didn't hear you, T. All right? Calm down. All right? Maybe I didn't hear you. Because I heard him say that if he's got the perception or perspective that I'm cheating, but I'm not.
Right.
But and that's why I was responding to Skinny. Because she's not wrong. She's not wrong. Because if you go out and you don't come home till 3 a.m, you could tell me you're not cheating, but I still feel like you might be cheating. And that could even be based on a perception, which is something that she has experienced. It might not even be with him. She might have experienced that with somebody else.
Right. But that don't make it right.
It don't make it wrong.
Are we talking about perception or
it don't make it right.
It don't make it wrong. Even if you're not doing it, it don't make it wrong. Like that's her perspective. Like that's what she thinks.
Right. She
can coming to you with these accusations. Like then she's fucking wrong. Like
that was a fucking trick question.
No, it wasn't.
And you and these damn dreams.
that was right, man. That's what it was.
Yes.
That's what it was. What's your answer, Ken?
Yes.
This perspective stuff.
Can perspective be considered right or wrong?
Stuff, if it's right or wrong.
Can it be considered right or wrong?
I feel as though that is a gray area for untested events to be able to be given a pass. Like he say he colorblind, we need to set 2 motherfuckers there colorblind to see what color this motherfucking shirt is. Opposed to, so one of them colorblind motherfuckers say gray, the other one say tan, and then we got color motherfuckers saying red. Like, yo, we got a problem here. It ain't about who right or wrong. It's time for a status vote.
But that won't happen. Every color will be the same thing.
Yo, a vote on the color of the hoodie is wild.
And because it's like, yo, 2 people can't be right and 2 people can't be wrong under 2 untested circumstances.
Or we can disagree to disagree.
Yes.
Hold on. Y'all remember that dress thing where it could either be royal blue or tan?
Yeah.
Same thing. All their perspectives was right. It's just what they saw.
Exactly.
I seen white.
I think
that's a mic drop right there, T.
I think that shit was blue, man.
It was white.
Last time I seen that dress, that shit was bluer than a motherfucker.
It was blue to me too.
That's what I'm saying. That shit was
blue and white.
That shit was bluer than a motherfucker.
Yeah, but on a serious note, that everybody entitled to their opinion, what their experience feels though they see perspective is right. I just hope that you don't keep living that way because it's not going to get you out of everything.
That's what I'm
You gonna be a
saying.
right ass in the wrong place.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That is funny.
That's wild. Was that the last question, CiCi?
Now I got one more.
All right,
One
go
more.
ahead.
All right. So dealing with healing and perspective. When you tell someone about their negative behavior or notice that they have trauma, but have yet to see it or make change, how do you handle moving forward with them?
All right, I'm gonna need that question again.
Okay. When you tell someone about their negative behavior or notice they have trauma, but have yet to see their trauma or make change, how do you handle moving forward with them?
I
Well,
experienced that.
y'all
Go ahead.
going?
Sorry.
Who going? Who going? You going?
I was, but you go first. You go first.
First I'll try to like test the waters because obviously I know the first thing it's going to require is patience. Know what I mean, because we all in the healing process. Once I test the waters and I start to see like certain events where the person I'm dealing with might be getting agitated, or I could see that this is being traumatic, I'll try to talk to him and say like, "Hey, I need you to let me know if you know what I mean. It's called trauma. Try to just like work them through it and really be patient with them to help them get through it because trauma is a serious thing. Some people might not even know that they have it until an event is triggered. So I would just actually just really be patient and try to be there and supportive to get them through it for the healing process. And what else you said in there? That was just it. How I would handle it, opposed to healing. If I discovered they had trauma,
Yeah, but
I wouldn't try
or
to
with their negative
pinpoint.
behavior.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to. What I wouldn't want to do is try to make it seem like I'm blaming them for something. So even if I see some things, I'd be like, hey, I'm starting to notice as if we get into conversations, things starting to get a little loud when I start getting easing over to the topic about your ex or maybe whatever the thing that might have been traumatizing for the person. Whether if they women, some women might have been raped or touched or that they have never really disclosed about, and then you know what I mean? And then you start to see agitation or them respond in a certain way. So and they could actually bring that into a relationship and you not even know it's there. And then you thinking that she toxic and you're not seeing the trauma. And then it turn the whole relationship upside down because when she's starting to balance out, you all up in the uproar. So it's kind of sometimes it's really go undetected, but you need to really communication is key. Communication and patience, and that's what I will provide. Definitely, even if we not just like a own basis conversation, just general conversations, just to get her talking, to get her comfortable, so I could be able not like a test subject or studying them, but just try to be there supportive on every aspect for healing.
Go ahead, David.
So like that was awesome, Ken. Like just to piggyback off of, because that was a couple of things I want to touch on, but just to piggyback off of it, because trauma is a very sensitive subject, and I think you said this too, Ken. A lot of people don't know that they necessarily have it. Like yeah, you did, like until something pops up or whatever. So and even within my line of work, I've gained a couple of skills, like to be able to navigate through certain conversations, which gave me an advantage. However, it also it depends on the person too, because some people just may not be ready to look at their trauma, right? So it becomes a test to where as though, oh, do they not know they have it and don't want to look at it, or do they know they have it and not ready to deal with it? And am I going to be the spoon to stir the pot? Because once that happens, in a sense, I become responsible, and do I feel like taking that responsibility on? Like, you know what I mean? So if we're talking about relationships, and just how Ken said, having patience, yes, but there are certain levels and certain scopes that comes with patience. am I equipped for that kind of patience? Because again, I don't know what level of healing you're already on when I'm touching this trauma. So depends on like the kind of symptoms or behavior that they're exhibiting. And I might even just go ahead and exit left without saying nothing, because again, that's not my everything is not my responsibility, like, you know what I mean. And I had to learn that the hard way because of my heart, you know. Oh, you need help, I can help you. Naima can't help you, like, you know what I mean, because I have to go ahead and make sure I put myself first. Now sim- that's, I think, here go the dating coach, y'all. But I think this is why it's important to get to know people at least within 3 to 4 months, because a lot of times these masks are on, and the mask is not only some, you know, some people might think, oh, you trying to manipulate me. No, there, some people are out here trying to manipulate themselves out their own personal experience, like, you know what I mean. And you can only hold up that facade for so long, and depending on how long this person been holding on to whatever they dealing with, depends on how long it's going to take them to pull this mask off. And ultimately, it'll be up to you to have certain discernment, certain skills, certain experience to know what to detect. And if I detect some hot shit, I'm out. I'm not helping. But if I'm like, yeah, we cool, we got this. What you need, babe? What you need? You know?
Skinny, you want to go, or Bianca?
For me, it depends on what kind of trauma they got. I'm gonna be honest. Um, that's it. It's if it's something that's I've been in a situation where something came out of nowhere and it was due to the trauma that they had, but it was so severe that I know my presence wouldn't help the situation at all. So sometimes you gotta just bow out. You just gotta, and in some cases I'll stick around for it. But I, it depends on the severity.
Baby hairs, what's up?
So I guess I got like a healing spirit because I've come across people my whole life that got nothing but trauma. And it's either they thought they healed from their trauma, or they just don't know that they got their trauma, or yeah, that they don't have trauma. As far as me dealing with that, if we're not in a relationship, I'm not dealing with it. If we're friends, and there's not too many people I call my friends, if we're friends, I will help you the best I can. And like I said, it's not too many people I call my friends because I really don't have friends. But no, I can't help nobody. I got my own. And I'm in therapy at the moment. Like, I have my own, and it's a lot. And I try not to bring it in any relationship that I have, whether it's friendship, relationship, anything. I know my triggers, and I try to voice them as much as I can. Yeah. No, Now, not only am I in therapy, but Bay is a healing spirit for me. So.
My man. Uh-oh.
Yes, he is definitely a healing spirit for me. He is definitely a healing spirit. And yeah, that's all I gotta say.
All right. CiCi, you want to go, or you want me to give my answer first?
I'll go.
Okay.
So the way that I deal with people that have trauma or bad behavior, when I tell them about it, a lot of times people are very defensive when they don't realize or recognize their trauma or even want to face it. A lot of people be in denial. And I'm an empath myself. So to me, it's like, oh, I gotta help you. Let me help you, please. Because I have some answers, just going through my own spiritual healing journeys. So the way that I move forward is to, like, I'll give like tips, I'll give advice, I'll suggest, journaling, getting it out. If you need to record it, then record it in your phone. But then, after so many times, it's like, I can't do this no more. Like, I just cannot keep beating a dead horse. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse. I want to help you, and I hope you get help. And two, like, I'll say a prayer for people. I do. I share the Serenity's prayer. That's my number one go-to. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. And breaking it down in 3 parts. That's just my flow. Because there are a lot of things that we cannot change. We can't change, the trauma or the things that we experience that put us in a traumatic stage. We can't change those things. So at some point, we do have to go into accepting that these things happen to us, and then knowing, okay, that happened to me, but I don't have to hold that, because a lot of times trauma does not come from us. A lot of times our trauma is not ours. Like, my trauma sometimes is not mine. It's my mama's trauma, or it's my grandmother's trauma, and it was passed down to me. And so I have to understand that I gotta throw that in the bag, because that's not mine, and I don't have to hold it. Which all goes and ties into healing and what to do to, go through your healing process. But I'm just the type of person that is like, listen, we can get through this. There is hope. But after so many times, if you don't get it, then I don't know what to tell you. I done gave you all I could. I have 50
If you don't
gems.
get it, I done did it, huh?
All I can do is pray for you. Like, hey, Lord, help them out,
You don't get it, I done did it, man. I agree with a lot of y'all points. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure everybody's mute is right. Oh, I agree with a lot of y'all points. I think that most people who are dealing with trauma don't even know the traumas that they are dealing with. I can easily spot people who had daddy issues, abandonment issues, been molested, whatever. Like, I don't know why or how, but it just comes to me. But it depends on my personal relationship with that person. If we cool and I feel like you'll receive what I'm telling you, and we can talk about it and we can work through it, then I'll do that. If you're just a random person, then I don't have time to be fixing everybody's fucking problems across the whole wide world. But if you're in my inner circle, then I'm always open to having those conversations. And because a lot of times you can see something in somebody that they don't see in themselves. So that's how I handled it.
That's fact.
Any last words, people?
Oh, go ahead.
I've dealt with someone, and we had got into it. We got into it real bad. Like, words was just being. And after everything settled down, they came back to me and they were just like, "Yo, B, I thought I was over my trauma. Like, they like, you just showed me, like, I'm not over that shit." They was like, "You showed me that I still need to heal from that shit." I said, yeah. You think? Because I seen it. And they was like, "Damn." And they thanked me. They was like, "Well, thank you for coming at me the way you did." I'm like, "Well, I had to, because shit, you got me fucked up." But yeah. Yeah.
I just got a random question, since I have some ladies, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Are y'all do y'all have, like, Now That's TV or Zeus? Like, with all of the
Are you asking
All
do
of the
they watch
ratchet TV
baddies?
joints.
Are you asking do
Yeah,
they
to
watch
watch
baddies?
baddies and shit like
Yeah,
that.
because I watch
No,
baddies.
I don't.
Why?
All right.
I
Why?
do.
But why though?
So do
Well,
you think subconsciously y'all adopt that behavior?
Some people do.
I
Some,
love that.
I
Yeah,
think do.
you are what you eat.
That shit toxic. You hear me? That shit
I don't
toxic.
watch none of that. I don't watch that. I don't watch Black Ink. I don't watch
None of it. Mm-mm.
You know what I watch? 90s cartoons. Gunsmoke.
Martin.
Martin. Beverly Hillbillies.
Yep.
She
well, let me
said
tell
gun
you,
smoke.
Yes.
I watch baddies. I watch baddies primarily, and this is my honest, this is my truth, because I have a daughter. I have a 13-year-old daughter. Well, excuse me, she's 14. And as wise as my baby is, I still know that she lives in a world that I don't live in. I know that there are children out here that are able to watch baddies. I know that there are children whose parents project that exact same behavior. And for me personally, I need to know what's going on so that I'm able to educate my daughter on things that are not okay, on things that she should pay attention to. Cause like I didn't well, I can't speak on my own experience because my experience is definitely different than hers is, but because of the world that she lives in and it's so different from mine, and these kids are so exposed to social media and violence and just so many just horrible things. I like to be aware of even the words, even the keywords. We look up keywords in Google, or we look up keywords in the search bar on Instagram or Facebook. Those keywords, yeah, I need to know what's going on, because that's not okay. I'm not okay with that. I'm not going to be okay with my daughter being okay with that, because this is the world that she lives in. Even with my sons, I have 2 sons. One is 11 and one is 7. And at some point, my son is going to say, I like that girl. And I need him to know that certain behaviors are not okay, because we have morals, we have values, we have respect for ourselves. So we're not going to accept just anything. That's not okay. Because it's definitely not going to be okay with me. Bring one of them batty ass girls up in here, I'm going to beat her ass. Straight up, I drag her. But I don't want for that to be an okay thing for my son. Like, ooh, let me test my mama. Like, I beat your ass and I beat her ass. So I do participate as far as the views in those things, because again, I need to be aware for my children, because we don't live in the same times.
Right. Yeah.
They don't have a damn house line, landline, excuse me. They don't have a landline. They have cell phones. They have apps for a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all can sneak and talk to people, but I need y'all to be aware that certain things are not okay. And I'm 37. I ain't got to deal with that shit. My man got me kept. I'm a kept woman. I don't have to deal with none of that. No, I ain't got to deal with none of that. But I do have children. So,
I
yeah.
agree. I agree with that. I just don't watch it because I don't like seeing stuff like that. I'm not entertained by things like that. That's, mm-mm.
Any last words, people?
My last words are let's be a part of the change. Let's continue to contribute to positivity in our community. Us as melanated people, we really, 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 really need to stick together. And I'm a each one teach one type of person. I don't like to contribute to, we can't do this because we won't do this. No, let's just do it. Let's do it. Instead of talking about how we're not the change, let's be the change. Even if it
I like
reaches
that.
just one person, because that one person is going to take it and it's going to be near and dear to their heart, and they can take it to the next person. So let's just continue to be a part of the change so that we can have change, because we're powerful and shit, we the greatest. This melanin is the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Yeah,
All right,
that's true.
I want to say shout out to you, CiCi. You did a great job with this topic tonight. You did a great job, hosting. She was a little nervous, y'all. She was a little nervous, but you did a great job, putting it together. Ladies, I need y'all to show these fellas how we do push and pay. Who wants to go first?
Me.
All right, baby ears, I hear you. Go ahead.
Hey y'all. It's Bianca, aka Sporty Shorty, aka Baby Hairs, and I'm a gamer. I stream on Twitch. I got a YouTube channel. It's Sporty Shorty 1222. I'm on all social media platforms. And yeah.
All right, baby hairs. Who wanna go next?
I'll go.
All right, go ahead, Nina.
Hey guys, it's me, Nina Pleazz. Nina. Pushing Express Spiritually. Make sure you guys visit my website, expressspiritually.com. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and all social platforms at Nina Pleazz. Your favorite life coach, relationship life coach, spiritual advisor, helping you shift the mindsets if need be. Continue on your healing journey. Don't forget that we have the Flirt and Flow on March the 28th. So if you're ready to single, you just want to mingle, come vibe out with us. It's on the flyers are on my Instagram page at Nina Pleazz.
All right, CiCi, I want you to go last. Let the guys go. Which one of y'all want to go?
I go.
Who said that?
I did. All right. So my YouTube. Oh, that's not me. Oh, that's me. All right. My YouTube is the Fuzzy TV Network. I'm about to start doing something epic. I'm about to start going city to city in a sprinter interviewing strippers. It's going to be called Streaming with Strippers. Look out for that. And my
Wait a minute.
Instagram.
I need parts.
Yeah, it's up. I got it all up. See what I'm going. Well, we'll talk about that later.
All right.
My Instagram is Been a Winner, BENNAWNENNA, and yeah, that's it. I'm about to put everything in perspective to show everyone my perception. You like how I interpret that?
I like
No?
that. I like that.
I can't. All right. Let me see. Your mute on, Ken.
Is it on now?
Yeah, you good.
I wasn't expecting this. You can find me on YouTube and TikTok as the Hill Network. I develop a lot of research on how to heal the body with natural remedies and herbs from all 180,000 plants on the planet to be able to actually heal the body. And I do a lot of research on that and I put it on those platforms. Also, I haven't put no stuff together, but I did get a lot of correspondence, put some stuff together for life hacks, financial literacy, because I'm really trying to teach the younger how to be able to be more financial literate as far as credit, investing, and things that's important to be able to acquire generational wealth. Um, I got some things to be able to help people from 0 to 100, and you can mess me on the Hill Network because I haven't put that rest of that stuff up yet because I want to put it all together so it can all make sense. Because so people don't be trying to, debunk, oh, I can't do this or this can't be done. Yeah, it can be done. So that's it.
Hey y'all, it's CiCi. Thanks for hanging with me while I hosted. I was very nervous, but we pushed through because that's what we do. You all can find me on Instagram and TikTok at CNoStress. I'm pushing positivity, so you'll find the encouragement, the advice, the questions that will get you to go into deep thinking, because ultimately that's what we have to do when it comes to healing. So follow me on those platforms. And if you have any questions, you all can DM me.
All right, people, as always, thanks everybody for joining me. Shout out to my fellas. I haven't seen or heard from y'all in a minute, you know, in person and all that. But, you know, welcome to the Prophecies. Without understanding, there is no vision. Without vision, there is no understanding. And we are here live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, like and share the video. Continue to post your comments, your topic suggestions, and we will see y'all next week. Everybody have a good one. Deuces.
Hey, T, hit my phone.
All right.